Did it. We're here. We made it.
Yay.
We made it. It's another Sunday.
Good. Yeah, Jaguars come to town. 1-10 Jacksonville Jaguars can't seem to push that point enough. 1-10.
Yeah, the 1-10 Jags. Very, very scary playing a team that is 1-10, especially when I have a mild hangover like I do today.
Yeah, you just we've seen this the Vikings do this so many times. Play down, step on their dicks, penalties, turnovers, hang with these bad teams. Sometimes they can pull it out in the end, sometimes they don't. That's what every Vikings fan is concerned about for this one. Hopefully they just get going from the start. Just step on their throats early, get up big early, and just keep on spanking them because no one wants to have a close game today.
Yeah, nobody wants a close game against the Jaguars. We're going to be going over who's active, inactive for the Vikings and the Jags, but just a couple big things that we talked about in our pregame. The Jaguars offensively and defensively are pretty piss poor. Not great, especially defensively. And they got some guys out on defense that will definitely not help their case today.
Oh, for sure. And that's, the Vikings offense should be humming all day long. Delvin Cook should be rolling. No Alexander Madison today with his emergency appendix surgery. Again, that doesn't really matter because they give him 3 touches a game anyway. Mike Boone can step up and take those 3 touches. So no real concerns there. Offensively for the Jaguars, they do have a few players that worry me a little bit. Number one is the running back, James Robinson. Aggressive runner, fast runner, hard to bring down, can catch the football. He will be a problem for the Vikings defense. And then DJ Chark playing isn't great. Again, great jump ball, can go up there and get that thing. Mike Glennon isn't the most intimidating quarterback, but Vikings, especially under Zimmer, their history against backup quarterbacks is not super great.
Yeah, this game's going to pretty much come down to James Robinson when the Jaguars are concerned because they really don't have much else going on. And Mike Glennon is coming off an actually a decent game last week. And we talked about it before, but when you look at the Jaguars box scores, they've been pretty close with some playoff teams. So this 1-10 is by no means, I think the Jaguars are better than their record.
Yeah, it's definitely safe to say, fair to say, and hopefully the Vikings are aware of this. I am sure they are. Do we want to go over the Vikings inactives right now?
Inactives.
Well, we got Tajay Sharp. He made a rare appearance last week, but with Thielen back, he is back sitting at home today. Alexander Madison with the scary appendix situation. Curtis Riley, Dylan Mabin, Oli Udo, Irv Smith Jr. not quite healthy yet. And the big one here today, in my opinion, is DJ Wanham being out.
DJ Wanham kills the Vikings. They've had enough problems getting after the quarterback as it is. Taking DJ Wanham out, who is easily our best pass rusher, as sad as that may sound, is gonna hurt quite a bit. We're gonna see a lot of Jalen Holmes. Hopefully, we see some Hercules Mataafa. When it comes to getting a quarterback, he is my real only hope. That a guy who might actually get to the quarterback. So I hope they get a little fancy with him and get his ass on Mike Glennon's ass.
Yeah, move him around. I mean, he's a hell of a good pass rusher. Put him outside at end a little bit, mix them up, see where you can get Hercules, find some mismatches and utilize them. Also, it's going to be a lot of, I think, linebacker safety blitzes coming up. And how about some corner blitzes? We don't see a lot of those this year. We don't have that Mackenzie Alexander, who's really exceptional in that area, but Zimmer's got to find a way to create pressure. If this guy on the D-line can't do it, he's got to create some because you don't want Mike Glennon sitting back there with all the time in the world, giving this Jaguars offense some hope.
Yeah, and the Jaguars offensive line isn't overly great either, so hopefully that will help our case. Irv Smith, another big name, obviously, that is out. I'd like to say that hurts us, but it really doesn't a ton. I mean, I got high hopes for Irv Smith, but just having a quiet year, hasn't really made much of an impact on offense, so I think we'll be all right with that. But Adam Thielen coming back, Ezra Cleveland coming back will be very, very big for the Vikings.
Yeah, huge. We talked about it in the pregame. Ezra Cleveland's kind of been like this glue that puts this whole line together. When he was out there, they struggled a little bit, or when he was gone, They struggled a little bit. Hopefully he comes back in. Everybody starts feeling good about each other, build off each other, and play with some aggression. I feel like the last couple of weeks the Vikings have been on the receiving end, and they need to start dishing it out and pounding away because they are taking it in the face the last couple of games.
Take it in the face, Lucky. One thing that'll be interesting to see is, does Brett Jones sneak in and start in place of Dakota Dozier?
We'll see. It hasn't really been the Vikings' MO. They always tend to stick with the guy who was there, so I would be surprised if they actually move Bush over to the left guard. But we'll see when those starting lineups are announced. Who is there at left guard? But my guess is it's going to be Dakota Dozier.
Probably will. One can hope, one can dream. So that's pretty much it for the Vikings. The Jags players inactive for them. The big one is their cornerback, Sidney Jones. Juwan Taylor was listed as questionable. He appears he's going. And that's really it. That's worth mentioning.
Yeah.
And DJ Chark is active. Let me pull it up. Yeah, that's really it. Huh?
Pull it up or pull it out. Either's fine with me.
Jake Luton, their quarterback, is inactive. Tyler Davis, Reggie Gilbert, Dakota Allen, linebacker, Korea, linebacker, and cornerback, Sidney Jones. So out of those, Sidney Jones makes me the happiest. Their secondary blows anyways. So to take one of their top corners out, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, even Chad Beebe should be chomping at the bit to put up about 100 yards and 7 catches apiece.
Hey, let's hope so. I'd love to see that one of those things happen. Justin Jefferson should be having a big game. Thielen coming back. I expect both those guys to be very, very productive today, and Dalvin Cook as well. Kirk Cousins has been hot. No reason to think he won't stay that way today unless for some reason this becomes a Dalvin Cook game where he carries the ball 30-something times and Kirk Cousins only throws it about 12.
Now, I'm expecting a big old game from Kirk Cousins today. I think they're going to air that thing out early and often. Eric Normal commenting for our boy, he wants Wyatt Davis this offseason. Absolutely want Wyatt Davis. What a player.
And speaking of the draft, this will be interesting to see the Jaguars' effort level. They do have a lot of young players who are hungry, trying to prove themselves. That's why I don't think this is a team you can overlook. Management-wise, yeah, they may want to lose this game just to get that better pick. Whether they're going to beat the Jets or not to get Trevor Lawrence, I don't know. But if they land number 2, Justin Fields would definitely be looking real nice in that Jaguar teal, black, and gold, if anybody does.
Yeah, and it's easy to picture, too. You can just picture him as a Jaguar. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just can't think of anything worse than losing to Mike Glennon. I'm sorry. Mike Glennon just is not good. He doesn't even look like he'd be good. He shouldn't be good. He shouldn't be playing. So the thought of going out there and getting tore up by Mike Glennon scares the shit out of me because it is absolutely an option.
Would that be more embarrassing than losing to the Cowboys?
Than the 1-10 Jaguars with Mike Glennon? Damn right it would be. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
But
horrible.
Like I said, I mean, the Jaguars only lost to the Packers by 4. They lost to the Browns last week by 2. They hung in there with the Texans. They hung in there with the Chargers. They can play. They show up at times.
One thing we should talk about is just the weird things we've seen recently with the Vikings at home. A couple weeks ago against Detroit, they had 2 punts blocked. Last week, back-to-back defensive touchdowns. Do you foresee any other weird, just random things happening in this game? Can you predict one or even think of one that we might be seeing?
Predict something weird that's going to happen this game?
Well, I mean, just look at the last couple of things that have happened. I mean, what else could there even be?
I think we're going to see a little bit more. I think we'll see more Mike Boone than we would have seen of Alexander Madison. It seems like when Mike Boone is the second backup, they actually give him the ball. Some reason Alexander Madison just doesn't seem to touch the ball when he's out there. But I think we're going to see a little bit of a shot in the ass of Mike Boontang out there.
No, and I think the game flow will have a lot to do with that too. If the Vikings do get up big, second half could be the Mike Boone show. Like you said, I mean, really
great show.
It does. I mean, he has been the starter at times when the games didn't count last year against Chicago. So he's had some opportunities. He's taken on plenty of carries. So definitely, I think they have all the confidence in the world in them. So maybe Amir Abdullah will see some more touches too.
Whoa, easy. We got Trevor Davis. Hopefully long relative of Todd Davis. He wants to see more out of Dantzler today, and also says that Boyd is our second best corner. Thoughts? I think Chris Boyd is not our second best corner. I think he is bad.
Well, Chris Boyd has had some good moments, but he's also had some very, very bad moments. And to the point where he was taken off the field when the Panthers were trying to come down and march and score at the end of the game last week. That's a good question, though. Who is the second best corner? Definitely Jeff Gladney's the number one. Dantzler just hasn't been in there enough, but I guess he probably gets it by default. I just think Boyd has had too many mental lapses to actually be considered the second best corner.
Yeah, and Dantzler gets a little leeway here. He's a rookie. He's missed a handful of games, so he's still baby fresh. Where Chris Boyd, at this point, it's only his second year, but I expected more of a leap from him this year. And ever since that ball bounced off his face and he's had some bad penalties, I'm not on the Chris Boyd train as much as I was at the beginning of the year.
Choo. But the thing is with Chris, at least you can count on him being out there. I mean, Mike Hughes, Holton Hills, guys are all out, always going to be dinged up or suspended. So at least Chris Boyd, he's going to be ready to play, and he'll go out there and God damn it, he'll do his best.
He will do his best. And let's hopefully it's better than his previous best. Question, how many sacks do the Vikings get today?
It's so hard to say.
Over under one. That's the set, or that's the bar.
Yeah. I'd love to say more. DJ Wanham's out. Vikings, I think they're toward the middle-ish to the lower part of the league in sacks this year. I'm going to say they get 4, though.
Holy
break
shit.
out today.
You think they're going to
break out today?
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's going to double their season total. I think Denebo is going to get in there and get a sack, and I think Hercules Mataafa gets a sack. And you predicted in our pregame that Jaleel Johnson was going to have a big game for the Vikings. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on that. I got high hopes now.
He's due to have one of his good games. He's
been due for 4 years.
He still wants to get some good film on tape before he hits the free agent market. This is the game to do it. Jaleel Johnson, it's your time today, buddy. Show up and destroy.
Wow. Well, I hope he puts some good tape out there. What I want to see is one of these rookie corners. I don't care if it's Harrison Hand. I don't care who it is. Let's get a damn interception.
Yeah.
Get one of these young bucks and get a pick. And you know what? I'm getting greedy, but take it back for 6. Beers will be flowing.
Only if they aren't going to have any today.
Now I'll have some beers today. It's starting to taste pretty good after this coffee.
Yeah, I just I'd love to see it too. You just not a ton of interceptions really by the defense this year, other than like linebackers or Harrison Smith. You'd love to see when these corners do it. Jeff Gladney's got the skills to bring it back. Cam Dantzler, this is his 3rd straight game. Maybe he takes a jump just having that repetition. So hopefully one of those do come down with that. That would be definitely a cause to crack a beer and to slam it.
Yeah, one thing else that will be interesting now that Thielen is back, we saw last week where we definitely spread the ball around. Kirk Cousins was looking at anybody and everybody. It'll be interesting to see with Thielen back, if he goes back to just zoning in on Thielen 90% of the time, or if he keeps that love going, just because it worked. It worked pretty damn good last week. Spread it around, get BC in there, get Chad Beebe in there. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to. I think he's going to focus in on Adam Thielen with Justin Jefferson getting his shots too. I think he's going to go right back to how it used to be. It worked then, so why not go back to it? I don't think BC Johnson gets a sniff. Chad Beebe will see a couple. He'll get like 2 for 9. They'll both be for first downs.
It will be very interesting to see who is returning punts today because KJ Osborne is active again. Sounds like he's taking some reps as a kick returner, but punt returner, I still think they should just bring him up and not have anybody returning punts. Let it bounce around.
Put Bush Jones back there. Why not?
Yeah, I take Brett Jones back there.
Might be hilarious. I don't know. I actually don't know if I'd feel any better with him back there trying to catch it than I would with Chad Beebe or KJ Osborne right now. So as far as catching standpoint, I don't think it'd be much of a difference.
Yeah, I think they're going to go back to KJ Osborne at both, and everybody will continue to be shitting their pants every punt. At least kickoffs, they never return them anyways. But punts, God, I'm not looking forward to that today at all.
Well, anything special teams. Every time we get ready to kick field goal, you never know if it's going to be blocked. Is it going to be the snap going to be good? It's always a hold your breath moment with the Vikings special teams this year. So we'll see what happens. I'll be on pins and needles
with our new long snapper. I know that snap's going to be good. He has been on point, and it broke Austin Cutting's heart.
We did sign him back, right? We got him.
You know what? I would imagine, but I don't remember seeing that he went to the practice squad.
I know they're going to, but I can't remember if they got him or not. And I don't know. I think that punt returner is going to be big. Whoever is back there, will just kind of show really how the Vikings feel about it. You know, if they given up on Chad Beebe after last week, or if they roll back out with KJ Osborne, maybe they still have belief in him. We'll see. Either one's going to be pretty telling.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that he's actually back to the practice squad.
Yeah, I think they did something else instead. I can't remember what it was.
Well, Hardy Nickerson came back to the practice squad.
Oh.
They love Hardy.
Maybe he can long snap.
No, I hope so. All right, let me throw a couple random ones at you. James Robinson, the bruising rookie phenomenon, running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars, over under 100 yards.
Oh, he's going over for sure. No doubt.
Oh, no. That's not good.
In my mind.
It's a bad answer. Mike Glennon, over under 250 yards passing.
I'm going to go under. He's going to get 236.
236 with maybe a touchdown and 2 picks?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe a fumble lost.
Over under for Chad Beebe for three receptions.
I'm going to go under 2.
Dalvin Cook, over under 125 yards rushing.
Over.
Wow.
He's back. He's back, baby.
Wow. Well, thank you for playing the over-under with one bar. That was
fun.
Fun.
Know that title. Wow, what do I win?
You don't win anything. You win a beer with me later. Lucky duck.
Quack, quack.
All right. What was your bold prediction again for this game?
Was it I think it was James Robinson runs for like 150, but we still win or something like that.
All right. That's fair. Any final thoughts?
I don't know. I guess if the Vikings are truly going to be a playoff contender, this is a game they don't only have to win, they have to dominate from start to finish. Be the team, be the aggressor from the get-go, get up on them early, and then do not give them any sign of hope. Obviously, a victory either way is good and what the Vikings need and what they want. But let's see a very, very convincing one from the purple today.
Absolutely. Even if the Vikings don't make the playoffs this year, let's at least have some entertaining games down the stretch. Let's at least demolish the teams that we should. Jacksonville, I hope the Vikings come out pedal to the metal. And Kirk Cousins, I hope, is getting very aggressive. I hope they're just changing things up. Let's get up on these guys early and let's beat them like we should. If this comes down to a win and we win like 24-23 or 21-19, it's just not going to feel well regardless of the win or not. Let's kick their ass by about 20 points because we should.
We should, but we also should have beat the Falcons and we should have beat the Cowboys, and we know how those turned out. So, again, there's always that little voice in the back of your head saying, we've seen this before.
We've seen this before, and the Vikings are 10-point favorites. What was your prediction from yesterday? Game prediction, final.
I think I had the Vikings winning 28-13 or something like that.
All right. I did have the Vikings going absolutely balls to the wall, winning. I think it was 41-13.
Yeah, it was something weird.
It was weird. I'm going balls out. I'm putting it all out there.
I went back and I watched that video. There was some dude behind us. Did you see that?
No. I saw a couple comments. People were wondering who that guy was, but I went back and watched it. I didn't see anybody.
No, he was there.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
All right. Well, make sure to check back for our post game. We will be talking everything, and we'll be talking about Cam Dantzler's first career interception. We'll be talking about Hercules Matafa's sack and Dalvin Cook's record-breaking 320 yards on the ground.